10 fictional TV show / movie foods we wish were real. Subscribe to the channel and comment down below saying I subscribe to enter this month's shoutout giveaway. We live in reality where we have to eat food that is real and not part of a fictional world. At least we can live vicariously through our favorite characters who get to enjoy all of the food that only exists in fiction. So what exactly are the best fictional foods out there? What could they possibly taste like? Butterbeer, Harry Potter. We're aware that butterbeer is actually available at the wizarding world of Harry Potter, but that doesn't exactly make it easy to come by in the real world. After all, muggles would probably enjoy the smooth, sweet, buttery beverage as much as any wizard. Butterbeer is a popular drink served in the village of Hogsmeade. It is described as tasting like butterscotch, but not quite as sweet. Add in that little bit of foam on top, and that's a winning drink that could be enjoyed after a long day of Quidditch. Even if you can't get the real thing, there are plenty of recipes for the drink available online. Lembas bread, Lord of the Rings. Lembas bread may not be all that exciting, but it sure would be useful to have in the real world. After all, in the Fellowship of the Ring, Legolas tells Merry and Pippin, one small bite is enough to fill the stomach of a grown man. How convenient would it be to have a food that can literally fill you up just after one bite? You could save so much time during the day and not having to decide what to eat for lunch and then go through the trouble of preparing it. Just grab a quick bite of Lembas bread and you're ready to go for a few hours.
How many did you eat? 4.
Monica's Candies. Friends. Monica is known to be a great cook in the world of Friends. She does cook for a living, after all. Even though being married to someone who can cook as well as Monica would be great, it definitely causes problems for Chandler at Christmas when Monica makes some nice Christmas candy for the neighbors. The candy proves to be far too popular, to the point that the neighbors are knocking on the door at 4 in the morning demanding that she make more. Monica soon finds herself in over her head trying to satisfy everyone's candy needs. Obviously, if this candy, which apparently tastes like little drops of heaven, really excited, we'd want it all hours of the night too. Krabby Patties, SpongeBob SquarePants. You had to know that Krabby Patties would be on this list. After all, there's no food that looks more delicious on screen and evokes more fandom than the humble patty served exclusively at the Krusty Krab. The formula is kept so secret that it's constantly in danger of being stolen by Plankton. Okay, not really. Plankton's plans are always the worst. Krabby Patties are so good, even Squidward becomes addicted after just tasting one, and no one cooks them better than SpongeBob himself, who takes particular pride in his work. Overall, there's no fictional food we'd like to try more than the undersea hamburgers, even though we have no idea what they're made of. Reptar bars, Rugrats. Rugrats did a great job building its own world of entertainment for the main characters. Their favorite character was, of course, Reptar, a cross between a dinosaur and Godzilla who went on adventures, stomping through cities, and even had a figure skating show called Reptar on Ice. However, the most famous Reptar tie-ins was the Reptar bar. The babies love them, and it's easy to see why. It's chocolate, nuts, caramel, and green stuff. It even has a pretty awesome theme song performed by Angelica, where it is declared, the candy bar supreme, the candy bar that turns your tongue green. We don't really know how or why it does this or what the green stuff is, but we do have to admit that we love chocolate and we would totally love to get our hands on these. Big Kahuna Burger, Pulp Fiction. According to Jules Winfeld in Pulp Fiction, this is a tasty burger. The Big Kahuna Burger looks just like any other burger, and there must be something special about it for it to give Jules pause in the middle of his job. Jules refers to Big Kahuna Burger as that Hawaiian burger joint, which might give us a clue as to what makes these burgers special. People have speculated that there would be pineapple on the burger, but we like to think that that would have weirded Jules out after he took a bite. It's more likely the burger is served on a sweet Hawaiian roll, which would give the burger a nice touch of flavor. From the close-up, it looks pretty appetizing, for a fast food burger anyway.
This is a tasty burger.
Chocolate Froster Sugar Bombs, Calvin and Hobbes. It's the chosen cereal of comic strip wonderkind Calvin. Even if he does think they need a bit more sugar to up the flavor, chocolate frosted sugar bombs sound absolutely amazing. A bowl of them would be a great way to start the day of exploring space, playing Calvin ball, or flying blindly down a hill in a wagon. This sugary cereal is more than just a way to poke fun at sugary cereals. It's really a great indicator of the kind of kid Calvin is. He may be a lot to handle sometimes, but ultimately he's a sweet kid who loves his family and his best friend, even if he occasionally does torment them. Bluth Bananas, Arrested Development. There's a reason why there's always money in the banana stand, besides the actual money built into the walls. The Bluth frozen banana is a staple of the pier in Arrested Development, and why wouldn't it be? Frozen bananas on a stick covered in chocolate and dipped in nuts or sprinkles sounds like the perfect treat for a walk on the waterfront. Of course, if you're like Gob, then you get your banana dipped so many times it takes 2 sticks to hold it up. The banana stand might not be as much of a moneymaker as the actual Bluth company, but it's the only honest business owned by the family. Everlast everlasting gobstopper, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. When 5 kids find themselves in a world of pure imagination at Willy Wonka's fantastical chocolate factory, they are treated to a mountain of different kinds of wonderful chocolate and candy. One of these specifically formulated candies is the everlasting gobstopper. This specially formulated candy never gets any smaller, no matter how long you suck on them. Despite the fact that it seems to break all the rules of candy physics, it's actually a really great idea, one that Willy Wonka comes up with so kids with no money can always have candy. We would definitely buy a candy that never gets smaller, as long as it didn't turn us into a blueberry or make us float. Scooby Snacks, Scooby-Doo. If there's one thing that Scooby-Doo loves, it's his Scooby Snacks. However, apparently Shaggy loves them too, often sharing them with the giggling dog. So what's going on here? Is Shaggy eating dog treats? Are Scooby Snacks regular food that the dog is named after? There are too many questions about Scooby Snacks that are never answered in any Scooby-Doo cartoon. However, if they actually existed, we have to admit that our curiosity would definitely get the best of us and we would definitely end up trying them. After all, how often do you find a food that is actually both safe for people and dogs to eat? This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.